back in my car. I got the sample, also got air filters. Exciting purchases, but this is the sample. So they actually did color match it to my wallpaper that I brought. That color there. But they did admit it does look a little bit lighter because it was kind of catching the grains like of the wallpaper. So we'll see what this looks like when I get home though. So it's 5:30 now. I guess since I'm over here, I should go to Home Goods or Hobby Lobby. Over here, why not? So I just went to Hobby Lobby and Home Goods and struck out at both places. So I don't know, like I'm just becoming like a cheapskate, but for a 4x4 frame, $12.99 is just way too much for me. Like I cannot justify it. Like I could understand like $12 for like a 5x7, but a 4x4, like the tiny picture, no. So I saw that at Hobby Lobby and I walked right up out of there. Then I go to Home Goods and I'm smelling the candles, having a great time. I pick up one that says, oh, it smells like Positano. Okay, great, because I do want to go to Positano eventually. And I sniffed it and I thought, okay, well, if this smells like Positano, I will not be going to Positano. Like, it would smell bad. So that's the conclusion of the shopping. I didn't bring you along with me, but I did want to update you because I didn't actually get anything. There wasn't anything worth showing. Everything was just too expensive. And outdoor furniture, don't even get me started. I want to revamp my front porch. It's looking like fold-out chairs at this point. I can't justify spending so much money on a freaking stool at Home Depot. $50 for a freaking metal stool. That's gonna get ruined outside anyways when it tornadoes. So anyways, I'm going home. I have to go to the library, but I think I should stick to Goodwill from now on. What did I just put on my bedroom wall? What is that? That is not the color. What? That is color matched to that? I think something went terribly wrong. That just looks so terrible. I think honestly, out of all of them, like this is how many paint colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've done 5 samples because that's the same one as that. I think I'm just gonna have to buy this one and deal with it. Like, my God, what? I ought to go back to Home Depot and demand my sample money back. I think this was like $6. What am I gonna do with the rest of this? Yikes. It's pretty bad. Almost as bad as the pink that I chose, but I mean, what? This is just laughable. At this point, I'll have a blue wall forever, I'm thinking seriously, I just get that one and just, I mean, it's going to be a little bit darker than I wanted, but I mean, there's really no other color I found. I need something more green than this one, but not as dark as this one, but I have not found anything of the sorts. That looks absolutely disgusting. It looks like baby puke. So that's where we're at with that. Waste of my time. I'm back home. As you know, we saw the wall sample. We all saw it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with that room. I'm honestly thinking I'm going to get the spare room done first before I get the freaking bedroom done. It's terrible. Sorry about this lighting. This lighting's also terrible. This is the book I got from the library. It's called Summertime Punchline. It's a romance, but it's someone who is a comedian. So it says, a hilarious and sweeping love story about a comedian forced to return to her Jersey Shore hometown and confront everything she left behind 10 summers before, including the man who broke her heart. So, nice summer book to try out this year to kick off this summer. So, it's got mixed reviews online, so who knows what I will think. But I do plan to do just like a video on good summer reads soon, so if I finish this before then and it's good, I'll include it, but if not, maybe it was terrible. All right, so that is, like I said, what it looks like on the wall. Look, even in this lighting, it's a totally different, like, is it the lighting? I mean, that's just not what it looked like in the kitchen. Oh my God, I can't. Like, this is green, I'm telling you. But now, wait, looking at the lighting, maybe it is the lighting. My mom and I thought it might have been the wall, but it might actually just be the color of the lighting in here, which is crazy to me. That's not what it looked like just 20 seconds ago. That is not what it just looked like over here. Look at this. Oh my God, that's actually crazy. Isn't that nuts? Like, this is correct. But it literally looked brown when I just showed you in the bedroom. Like, what's going on? Am I crazy? Am I the crazy one? That's the dilemma, guys. That's what I'm struggling with. I think that we are picking good paint colors because my mom's picked out a few of them too to like match the leaf. And I think that they're good paint colors. I just think that they don't look good in that room. So, I don't know. My next step is actually going to be, I'm going to prime the wall, paint it all white, and then start over because maybe the blue underneath is having a serious effect and I just don't realize it. So that's my next step. But I just wanted to update you and let me know in the comments if I'm crazy or if you see the same thing that I'm seeing. Like brown in the bedroom, but green out here. Let me know. So I was eating my breakfast and I look out here and he's like watching over here very intently. I don't know if he's gonna come back out. Guys, a chipmunk just went in my gutter. I don't know if he like is crawling up, but he's definitely in there right now. He's coming out. I think he's coming out. No, don't go back up there. Oh my God. Okay, I don't think he lives in there. That's good. No. Hello everybody, I am back. Look at this, I just took my hair out of like a messy bun. But I did cut the grass and everything. That took me a little while because when I bought this house, like everything was so overgrown and I have a chain link fence, as you've seen. So the grass like grew up in between the fence. So I can't, it's been a nightmare to get rid of it, but I worked on that a little bit. It's finally getting to a point where it's like, okay, I think it's gonna happen for me. I think it's gonna happen for me. So hopefully I'll take care of it. Hopefully it'll be this summer that I can finally get it to look nice and like to be even and have not have grass underneath it. But I'm just gonna make some lunch right now before I get ready for the concert. It's still 12:45. I actually told Leia to be here at 3:30, so it should be fine. But I'm gonna make my favorite lunch right now, which is just a sandwich, but I'll show you what I've been putting on it to make it delicious. Welcome to my crafting station. I'm going to be making a sandwich. Pepper jack cheese, but this is, that's all I got left. But you know, it's fine, it works. I use the block cheese personally because I feel like it's spicier than if you get the sliced cheese. It's just not, it doesn't taste as good. Try it and you'll never go back. So I just cut it onto the bread and then, this little block back. And I have avocado, tomato, onion, cucumber, and lettuce. But the trick to spreading your avocado like really good is you gotta get a Sperry the platypus, Sperry the platypus, I don't know. It's like a smooth, you know, spreader. That's what you gotta do. I'm just gonna use the rest of this avocado here. Put it on the bottom. That's what you gotta do. And it spreads it so nicely. Look at how well it just spread it. 2 seconds. Get yourself a Sperry. Lunch is complete, so I'll show you. So, thank you, Sperry. And then I have, like I said, cheese, tomato, onion, cucumber. Oh my god, I forgot the lettuce. Why would I do that? It's not even done yet, guys. Smush it down. There you go. And I'm actually gonna eat some strawberries on the side because I just gave one to Luffy and these are tasting really good, so I'm gonna have that. It's a little bit later. I'm just getting ready for the concert, so I just wanna do a quick outfit check before I leave because like I said, I'm not bringing my camera. You might get some clips on my phone, but I'm not bringing the camera. So, I don't know if I love this, but let's just see. Yeah, okay, you know, it doesn't look actually bad. Okay, so I'll tell you what I'm wearing. So this halter, Grammy, no bra, you know how it is. I love her stuff. This is like a crochet top I got from Amazon. Yeah, and then skirt is Pop Flex. You can't see it. 1 second. There we go. Twirlability, shorts, boom. Yeah, so hopefully you guys like the outfit. I think it looks okay, actually, seeing it like on camera. I just wasn't sure. You know, sometimes you just gotta check yourself. And I like how like loose it is. This is actually like a medium, so this is huge, you know. But I like how it's just, you know, it just gives you a little coverage, but not too much. But I'm gonna bring a rain jacket because I don't have a poncho and umbrellas aren't allowed. Well, I'm gonna go to the concert now. Leia should be here soon, so I'll check in with you guys maybe later at the concert from phone. If not, I'll just check in with you guys in the morning. Hello everybody, it is the next day after the concert and just wanted to recap and end the video. So basically the concert itself was fine. The openers were Beach Weather and Sleeping with Sirens. I like Sleeping with Sirens, that's the whole reason I went. And Pierce Vale did put on a really good show, like I was impressed. So in the past, and like Warped Tour, if anyone's old enough to remember Warped Tour, Pierce Vale and Sleeping with Sirens, they would go, their shows would be super rough, and I was in the crowd. I was at the barricade in 2013 for Sleeping with Sirens, and the crowd was so bad. Like when they came on, everybody pushed forward, and I was like, you know, up against this other person, and what happened was I had to start like elbowing people behind me to get off me. And after the concert ended, I had to actually have security pick me up over the barricade and pull me out because I literally could not get out, because I think there was another big band after them, but so obviously more people were coming in, but it was that bad. So ever since then, I've kind of avoided being in like a large crowd for Sleeping with Sirens because I know how rough they get. I did see them, I want to say, at the House of Blues a few years ago, and I was kind of off to the side, so it was fine, but it was still pretty rough. But I've heard Pierce Vale shows are very rough as well. So it was nice that we had lawn seats because it wasn't, like, everyone kind of, you know, separated themselves from everybody. Like, we weren't all crammed in next to each other, which was nice. And of course, like, I had my blanket, so I had my space, which was really nice. And I don't mind being on the lawn personally for shows at that venue because it is way more chill. It was a sold out show. There were 26,000 people there, and I kind of showed that in one of my clips, but there were a lot of people there. I was shocked at how many people there were. So right as Pierce Vale came out about 9 o'clock, it started raining, and which I had suspected. Obviously, you've heard me say it a couple times. So I knew it was going to rain, so I brought my rain jacket. But obviously, I was wearing a skirt, and I was soaked by the end of it. My top half of the jacket, I was dry, but it didn't matter because my bottom half was soaking wet. But it just progressively got rainier and rainier as the night went on, and it didn't actually downpour, but it was raining for sure. But they kept playing. Overall, it was a good show. I had fun. It was great. Now to the actual venue part, which was not enjoyable. I do really like that venue. I've been to that venue several times. That's where Warped Tour was when I was a kid, and I know that venue very well. I like it. Don't have a problem with it, personally. However, this time, 26,000 people there, okay? So keep that in mind. The bathroom by the lawn was closed. I don't know what prompted them to do that because that lawn seats 17,000 people. So I'm not really sure what prompted them to close it, but it was closed. So after the first, no, before that, I think before the show even started, I went to the bathroom, found out that that restroom was closed. So I had to walk all the way across the venue lot, like literally all the way across. I think I was gone maybe like 20 minutes. And then once I got in the bathroom, the attendant was yelling at everybody to hurry up, which was fine. Like, that didn't bother me, but I just thought it was funny. So basically, I was gone like 20 minutes just to go to the bathroom. So that was my first issue, which, okay, whatever. So then during Pierce Vale, like, I knew King for a Day was going to come on at the very last, at the very last song, because I looked at the set list. And so I like booked it. It was raining. I got my hood up. I was bolting through the venue because I had to go to the bathroom because I didn't want to stop like on the way home or whatever. And normally when we leave, it's fine. We get out maybe 10 minutes, right? And I just want to preface this by saying, to get out of the parking lot for Taylor Swift, it took me 30 minutes. And then I was out on the road and there was no traffic. I don't know why. I think people like stayed at the hotels downtown and we stayed in Noblesville. So I think that was probably part of the reason. But it only took me 30 minutes. It really wasn't bad at all. So I was kind of expecting something a little bit quicker because the Taylor Swift show had 70,000. and the Pierce Vale show had 26,000. So, okay, that's a big difference in numbers. So you're like, okay, well, this will be easy peasy, right? You'd be wrong. So basically, what happened was we got to the car, and at like 10:45 probably, or just maybe a couple minutes after. At 10:57, I was in the line to leave, right? So I was in that line. I'm good to go, whatever. Time goes on. It's now 11:15. I'm like, what the hell is going on? These people haven't moved an inch. I literally had not moved a single inch. So then it's getting to be like 11:20, 11:25. I still haven't moved. And the guy behind me has an SUV. He gets out, and I roll down my window. I said, hey, do you know what's going on? Like, why aren't we moving? And he said, I don't know, but I'm tired of this. He said, okay, it's kind of hard to describe, but I'll do my best. So in the parking lot we were at, there was an exit right by me. However, they had the gates closed. It said not an exit. And then there were like 5 workers sitting there dancing, whatever. Okay, they were like teenagers. So, and there was a cop there too. So they blocked off that exit. So the exit, if I'm here, well, really I was here. If I'm here, the exit was all the way over here. Okay? And there's probably like at least 100 cars in front of me. Again, but they weren't moving. But the exit that I saw that was not an exit that they blocked off was right here. Okay? So between that, there was a lot. On the other side, there was a road. So here's the exit. Here's a road. Whatever. All the other cars that were moving, by the way. There was like a little dip in the grass. So it went down and then up. And there were fence posts in between those. So people couldn't go through it. But it was a pretty big, significant dip. This guy says, I'm tired of this. I'm moving one of these fence posts. And it was just wood. So this dude literally for like 5 minutes messed with the wood post, ripped it out of the ground, threw it, and with his SUV just went straight through the fence post and got out. And I guess he did some damage to his car because it was a steep, hill. And I didn't attempt that with my car because my car is much lower to the ground and that would have been terrible. So he was the only one that attempted it. So now it's 11:45 and we've been sitting for almost an entire hour. Haven't moved an inch. No one's moved. People's cars, they turned them off because it was just getting ridiculous. So, and I'm like, I gotta get home. Leia had to work at 6:45. We gotta get home. So I get out of the car. It's still obviously raining at this point. I get out of the car. I walk to these 5 people that are just sitting on the not an exit. And I say, what's going on? We haven't moved. These people are moving, but we're not moving on this side of the lot. Basically, they didn't know what was going on, but they told me if this side clears out, we'll be able to open this gate and you can exit this way. Okay, great. There's only like 100 cars there. I feel like you could probably open it now, but whatever. Get back in the car, and by then I'm irritated. I get irritated with stupid drivers, stupid people. It's just, I don't know. I just can't do it. So I'm pissed, and I've been sitting here for an hour. We haven't moved. I want to go home. I'm tired. Thank God this concert was on a Saturday, so I didn't work the next morning. But, Leia had to work. So then I'm rolling down my window, talking to people that are coming up, complaining. And finally, someone behind us, it's probably midnight at this point. Midnight, so we've been sitting here an hour and 15 minutes at least. Haven't moved. At midnight, this guy behind me starts screaming, open the damn gate! He's yelling at the people that are, there's a cop there, there's workers there, people are going up to the cop, come on, we gotta get home, this is ridiculous. So he starts shouting at them. And basically, someone probably 10 cars behind me starts honking their horn. So everybody starts laying on their horn at this point. So now it's just full on chaos. I'm laying on my horn, just slamming on it because I'm pissed too. So, this is ridiculous. So everybody's laying on their horn and the workers are yelling at us. And it's just open the gates. There are literally, I mean, traffic's moving at a decent pace on the other side. There should be no reason that you can't open the gate. We have not moved at all for over an hour. It's now an hour and 20 minutes into this. I haven't moved in a single centimeter at this point. And finally, I think probably about like 10 minutes after we started the honking thing, somebody comes by on a golf cart and he says, open the gate for these people. And so then they open the gate finally. Like, that's what it took, us yelling at you. So anyways, and then as I was leaving, the worker that was opening the gate, I was like, I had my window rolled down still, and she was opening it, and she goes, oh, thank God, you guys are starting to piss me off. Like, okay, we were pissed off that you wouldn't let us leave. You were they were sitting on the gate, refusing to open it. And while I understand safety policies, like we don't want to cause too much traffic, the entire parking lot where I parked was stuck, basically trapped in that lot because nobody was getting out. It was ridiculous. So that was a nightmare. So concert itself, great. Everything, music, whatever, great. The parking and the bathroom situation, not good. So I just had to come on here and update you guys. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.